Hey honey, it's mommy. It is, let me see, January 3rd. It's a Sunday. It's almost 11 o'clock, which means once I get done with this video, I'll go ahead and wake you up. Let's see. Yesterday we went ahead and went out and got my COVID test. It was a little bit frustrating though, because we ended up having to run home to get my license. So I signed in Madison. Then we drove about a half hour home, got my license, and then drove a half hour back. And they still took me, which was good, because they said if they get to my name and I wasn't there, that they wouldn't do it. But I figured since it was indeed just a COVID swab test, that they said that it would be okay, I guess, because we were the last people to pull up in line. There was 2 cars in front of us when we got back. And once they told me where to go, they said the results should be back in about 48 hours, which makes it sometime on Monday afternoon. I will go ahead and call Monday, probably Monday morning, once we get up and going, to see if the results are back yet. They did say that they would call us. But if the results come back early and I call early, maybe we can know if we can get out of the house and do stuff. I'm thinking today we might run by the ducks and just go dump a bunch of duck food out, because we've got like maybe 2 or 3 loaves of bread in the van, and I found another loaf of bread that expired right before Christmas. And they're not moldy yet, so we might as well go ahead and feed them poor hungry ducks. I don't know if you remember this, but during the summer, you know, everybody was there feeding the ducks because it was warm outside and people were getting out and enjoying the sunshine because of the pandemic. Everybody's been cooped up in the house, and now that it's winter time, they're not getting fed as much, and now all the babies are big ducks, and lots of little mouths to feed in out there. So I'm trying to save the bread whenever we have ends, or like if it's been left open or whatever and it gets dried out, because the super dried out pieces we can just throw in the water and the ducks will gobble it right down, which will be good. Today I went ahead and swept up the living room floor a little bit. I'm hoping to mop once I start getting you up. So far today I have woken up. I was in a lot of pain this morning. My lungs were hurting, my hands were hurting, my feet were hurting again. My feet and hands were still hurting, and my lung pain's a little bit better. So I went ahead and took my cough syrup and took a pain medicine. I just ate a half a cheese sandwich on a roll. So I'll go ahead and probably take some ibuprofen here in a few minutes to further help with my joint pain. Let's see, what else? Oh, I got up and I did let Charlie out of your room to go use the bathroom. I went ahead and gave him a jerky treat and sent him back in your room. Let's see. Today I'm just going to try to get some more cleaning done around the house. I've been pretty successful in washing the dishes and getting caught up on all the laundry that we had. I got my room cleaned up some the other day. Hopefully going to get a mop in here today. If I don't get a mop in here today, my housekeeping lady should probably be able to do it when she comes tomorrow, if she comes tomorrow. Yeah, I think today we might try to venture out to the duck park and just feed the ducks. When I woke up this morning, my left nostril was still hurting from the COVID test yesterday, but that seems to have went away. Probably because of the pain medication. It finally kicked in, and now it's not hurting, which is good. Let's see. I think that's really all. I think we're just kind of stuck in the house until we get the COVID results back tomorrow sometime. I did message Dr. Imes and tell him that I got it done. And he said to keep him updated with the results, and I did ask him, since it's only been 3 days since our exposure to Richie, if it comes back negative, if in a few days I should go back and get another one somewhere, because maybe it was too early to test and he said that that if it comes back negative, that we should probably trust the results of the negative result finding, because especially if I don't have any symptoms or something's getting worse in my normal COVID-like symptoms. Because as you probably remember, I've got a cough, I've got shortness of breath, I've got chest pain almost all the time. I've got a cough, so that's kind of silly, because I told the people yesterday at the COVID clinic that we went to get my COVID test that, you know, they asked me if I had any COVID symptoms. And I had already told them that I had stage 4 lung cancer. And I said, well, I always have some symptoms because I have shortness of breath, the cough, the pain in the chest. And I said, because I have stage 4 lung cancer, and that kind of just comes along with the ball game there. And I said, but so far I haven't noticed anything worsening to the point that, like, I need to go to an emergency room or anything. Because until it gets to the point, like I guess it did when I had my pneumonitis back in November, I don't really notice a difference. Because some days I can be in a lot of pain, and then some days I'm just a little bit of pain. So it's really frustrating, because it's like some days, you know, as you probably remember, you know, some days I could get up and breathe and function and walk to the bathroom by myself and not have any assistance, and then some days it just ain't working. So it all just depends on the day. So yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and probably try to do another video tonight or tomorrow morning when you're asleep, to give you updates about what we actually did and got done and all that good stuff. Love you, honey. I love you always. Mwah.